Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Today, we've decided to do a tutorial video. This isn't like one of my other shitty tutorial videos, so don't worry, I'll be doing an in-depth guide on Riven because I just see so much of her everywhere and I always got friends trying her out and like just doing bad, so it's a good idea to start doing this. See, the thing is, Riven just gives you a very satisfying feeling when you completely shred anyone in like 3 seconds. Keep in mind, I won't be editing this video too much as this will be a in-depth guide of Riven. Riven is a very complex top laner who excels in completely shredding. One thing to keep in mind though is farming. Farming is the #1 key to success with Riven. As a matter of fact, any champion League of Legends. As you can see, I'm getting harassed by Gnar a lot in lane, which is not a bad thing. Staying back and just farming is not a bad thing, especially if the guy's putting a lot of pressure. This Gnar was completely prone to ganks and that's what happened. That's why keep that in mind. Also with Riven, you don't want to push too much as... Actually you can, maybe, you have a lot of mobility. It just depends on your skill level. So, after you have gained a 15 CS or 1 kill advantage on your opponent, you want to keep harassing them and pushing them out of lane. This will give you more space and time to CS properly. If you follow these steps in lane, you should completely dominate your opponent. I will talk about counters and who you completely dominate at the end of the video. Your abilities. You have four abilities and 1 passive, of course. Your Q ability, or Broken Wings, moves you forward doing damage to anyone in the AoE, or area of effect. Your Q has up to 3 charges which increases your mobility a shit ton. One thing I wanted to mention was animation cancel. I'm not great at doing it, so don't judge me, but I can give you a gist of it. So when you use any of your abilities on Riven, it gives you like a passive charge. When you have that charge, you get a small icon in the corner of your screen, which tells you how long you have that charge for. With that charge, if you auto-attack someone, it will do tons of bonus damage. Your Q ability does a shit ton of damage, so be sure to use it effectively. The exact numbers are on the screen right now. All you really want to know is your Q ability, and then auto-attacking the person is the way to go. Your W, or Key Burst, is an AoE ability which stuns anyone in its radius for 0.75 seconds. Use your Key Burst to quickly stun the opponent ADC or team to finish them off. Try to preserve your W and not waste it as it can help you escape. Your W can also give you a passive charge, so keep that in mind while playing. Your E ability, or Valor, is a short dash in the direction you are facing. Your E ability also gives you a shield that scales with your AD and OP. I know the shield will last 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds is a very good time for shields. I would recommend you to save your E for emergency purposes. But some people like to use their E to dash onto people and W them for a quick burst of damage and to burn some passive charges. So let's talk about your ultimate. This is an ability that will completely tear down any of your opponents. Basically, there's a shit ton of map behind it, but all you need to know is this ability gives you a big ass blade that does a shit ton of damage. All your abilities get enhanced and the range of all your abilities increases. Your ult also gives you a long range projectile which is called the Wind Slash, which you can use once during your ult. Wind Slash is used to shred opponents trying to flee as it has a big ass range and tons of damage. Going to build them's runes. I have displayed the runes and masteries I use for Riven, but you can make your own, it doesn't really matter. As for builds, it's completely based on the enemy team, but for some core items, be sure to build Ravenous Hydra and the Black Cleaver. I just really find them useful because Ravenous Hydra provides me that AoE, Wave Clear, and the Black Cleaver just gives you health, a lot of extra shit. I usually start the longsword because I love harassing opponents and pushing them out of lane, but Doran's Blade is not a bad option either. In my opinion, Riven excels at early game domination and shredding weak opponents. If you're against a tank, I suggest you start a longsword and weaken them early game so they don't become super fat tanks who do damage as well. Try to get some early kills, take ignite if you want to go the aggro, or take teleport if you want to just sit back, farm, prevent counter from killing you instantly. CSing is number one key, don't forget. I went online and searched some counters and some people who dominate on Google, and this is what I found. I mostly agree with most of them. This was my tutorial on how to play Riven. I hope you enjoyed it. Here, the rest of the videos is just some highlights from my Riven game. This was a very good game for me, so try to take some tips from it. Thanks for watching and see you guys soon.